Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. We're gonna watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Scorpion EXO-AT950 modular adventure helmet, available at RevZilla.com. Modular adventure helmet. Let's talk about that for a second. This is a modular helmet. For those of you new to motorcycling, modular helmet means the chin bar comes up like that. When we think about adventure, we think about a peak with a drop-down shield. This is one of the first times we've seen anyone do this. We only have two on the market. This is Scorpion's version, new for the spring of 16, EXO-AT950. I don't know what the AT stands for, maybe all-terrain, but if we look at it, you have your dirt bike peak, you have your street-oriented regular shield for up and down, normal street operation. It does give you the drop-down sun visor, and then you have the entire chin bar that comes up. Other than Schubert's E1 at like $850 and one random European helmet, nobody in the States has done this, and nobody in the States has done this under the $300 mark. This is really a first. I consider this a mid-range helmet. Polycarb shell, DOT rated, 3 pounds 14 ounces, but I'm really not going to complain that much because typically modular helmets tend to get closer to that 4-pound range. Would I love to see them 3 pounds 10 or 3 pounds 12 ounces? Sure, but ultimately, we're also looking for a helmet that comes in well under the $300 mark. Really can't complain that much there. Now, if we look at it, you're going to be utilizing this helmet for on the road, off the road, dual sport. The flip-up chin bar is really personal preference. Some people love that. I don't necessarily ride that way, but if we look at it, you get the best of both worlds for that really adventure, aggressive styling, which I absolutely love, coupled with the features for on and off-road. Now, let's briefly talk about fitment. And remember here too, solids, graphics, the graphics are a little bit closer to the $300 mark, and if we look at it, this is the matte anthracite. It's one of the cooler colors that I've seen in this collection. Sizing, intermediate oval in its head shape, a little bit longer front to back. There's no surprises there. This typically fits that intermediate oval that we see from Scorpion. I'm not concerned about it. Use the size chart. We'll ship for free over $39. And as always, click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Leave me your comments, your questions, and your feedback on the AT950. I'm also going to call out as well, there's no air fit system here. And again, I don't really care. Some people love the air fit system. This is the modular helmet. I don't typically see air fit in the modulars, and that's really that pump system where you're able to inflate the ballast around the cheek pads. That actually doesn't bother me. The fit and finish on this helmet are really quite nice without it. Now, if we think about the things that I'm going to call out, I'm going to walk through the nuance here, and let me call out what I don't like right out of the gates. The only thing I really saw that we didn't love on this helmet was the fact that I think the venting could be upgraded. Now, I do have solid venting. You can see it here under the peak. I have one chimney on the top that's easy to find, open and close. You can see how that's working right there. See on the back side here. Very simple in its operation. Down along the front, you have a 2-position chin vent. You have closed, you have open venting to the shield, which defogs, and then you have open all the way, which is going to shoot bugs in your mouth. I'm just kidding. It's going to flow air through the helmet. So if we look at it, that's what you'd expect there. And remember, Everclear fog-free coating on your main shield, Everclear fog-free coating on the drop-down sun visor, both sides of it. Very hard to get this fogged. It is going to be that chemical coating that's going to do that. But we work our way around the helmet. I would have liked to have seen maybe an additional couple chimney vents, maybe some wider vents along the backside here, maybe some winglets. Again, if you're thinking off-road, you're thinking working harder on the foot pegs, that's where the venting was fine in road riding, but if you're really huffing and puffing, maybe you want to be able to upgrade or turn up the juice there a little bit. You can always, though, on the off-road side, remember, just ratchet open the shield here. A lot of people will do this, and they'll ride with the visor down to give you your eyes a little bit of protection. You're getting it that way. So really, I'm not complaining all that much. I did talk about the fact that it is a polycarb shield. That doesn't bug me. It's still DOT rated. And if we look at it, we've talked about the aerodynamic profile. Wasn't overly noisy to us. It provided a sufficient amount of airflow for what it is. You have nice big cutaways here in your peak that are going to flow air. They're going to keep this stable at speed. And the cool part is, remember, this peak is going to move with you. So when I open it up, watch it once again. Here we go. Move that. Notice how it slightly moves and then it stops, and then the chin bar actually moves on its own. So it's cool. It's a really 2-position hinge. Now, if I look at the side here, you're going to see how this works. It gives you the drop-down sun visor. Most people want a quick change shield because they want to throw a smoked shield on it. You can do that, but you can also completely remove it. But it is, you know, use your key, use a dime. You're going to pull that right off. And I'm going to show you here as well. I got it in my back pocket. They did give you side pods. So if you want to work this fighter jet style, the helmet actually looks pretty cool. If you take the top peak off, and you can see that mechanism right there, it's very, very simple. If you take the top peak off and you rock it kind of deconfigured, you look like fighter jet pilot. It's a little bit more of a Top Gun styling that would work its way in here. If I rotate along the back, you're going to see big, aggressive aggressive ridges. It'll hold a goggle strap there. I will tell you that the way that the shield is designed, it doesn't actually work with the shield on with the goggle strap unless it's open. Keep that in mind. Some of the more expensive adventure helmets, you can wear a goggle across your eyes. They don't have a drop-down sun visor, and you can use the outer shield up and down over the goggle strap. This is going for that, but again, there's a lot of other functionality here as well. So again, no surprises there. I think they did a really good job. The aggressive profile is nice. If I looked at it in the same category outside of the Schuberth E1, it's not modular, but check out something like the Bell MX-9. That helmet's very wide. This helmet's very long. So if we look at it, intermediate oval, but it's a little longer front to back, and this bubbleless shield actually accentuates that. I actually think it would be a little bit more aggressive if they flattened out this shield. But again, that's personal preference, and I'm sure they're managing to an optically correct shield. So again, they only have certain tolerances on the engineering side that they can work within. So if I pull it up here, I'm going to throw it on my donut. Open it up really quickly. I don't know why I just got an accent when I just said donut. Really, there that quickly. If we look at it, Quick Wick 2, removable antimicrobial wicking liner from Scorpion. This is one of their upgraded features. It's not as nice as we're going to see in something like the EXO-R2000, but it is the Quick Wick 2, which is really nice. Now I'm pulling my cheek pads out. You can see how they come out very simply, nice and finished. They tie in with the neck roll, a little bit of reflectivity on the neck roll as well. The way this helmet's set up, we like it from the standpoint you're going to be able to put a comm unit on it, no problem. Sticky mount, clamp mount. There's actually a big cutaway for the speaker on the inside that actually has some female Velcro in it as well. So again, you'll be able to rock your Cardo or rock your Cena or rock your U-Clear, depending on what you want to go that direction. You do have that option. Pull the secondary cheek pad, notice the contour there. And if I get into my neck roll here, not my neck roll, my comfort liner, notice how it comes out. The back side's gonna be snaps. You'll never feel these below the occipital lobe of your head. Getting Mr. Science on there for a second. And then if we look, here's my comfort liner. Comfort liner comes out, big cutaways, meant to flow a ton of air. Brow connectivity, which is going to be plastic, so you won't get a pressure point. Very simple, Quick Wick 2 from Scorpion. And if we look at the inside guts, this is what I expect from Scorpion. I expect big vents and big channels all the way through the EPS. They've been doing helmets for a really long time. They get this right. So again, while you don't have a ton of vents on the outer shell, the vents that you do have are going to flow air decently. They're not going to be overly noisy. And if we look at it with it up right there, remember, this is a dually coated drop-down sun visor, and my visor mechanism's right there. So again, they did a great job. Now, so all in, you can tell I'm a fan. Sub $300, relatively lightweight, functional. Scorpion continues to raise its game. Looking at a category where, other than if you live in Europe, you really in the States only have one other option. That's to spend $800+ on a Schuberth E1, which really takes things and makes them more quiet, much more lightweight, is just an unbelievable helmet. This is a mid-range helmet. There's a difference there, but ultimately you're not going to have to put out a second mortgage to go invest in it, and it'll give you solid head protection with the DOT rating. Now remember, the next step in your journey is to click the info button, desktop, mobile device. Visit our product detail page for the AT950 at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews of the AT950. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free or $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com, 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, RevZilla. Stay up to date with our opinion on the latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.